Hello, everybody. My name is Chicauri Soriano, and I will be presenting on the Service Learning Project. And the agency I chose was Milagros House Learning Project. Milagros House, again, was the agency that I chose. Why I chose this agency for this project? Because of how awesome they are and what they provide to the community. I really like the way they do things, and their main focus is education, and they really are all about education, and their mission is to help those in need, homeless mother with her children, to help them by providing support, education, and training. If they already finished their education but they want to learn a new job or go back to school, they help them with that. And the mom and the kid are both accepted into the house, and they are there for 1 year, and they stay there for that whole year. They During that year, the goal is to just stay there for that 1 year and to help them, or by the end of that year, that they have the right training or right education that they need so they can find a good job and they could be independent again. Needs of these population again are shelter, food support, and education, and Milagros House support provide all of that and support them very well. Healthcare professional. As a healthcare professional, as a nurse, homeless mother and their children, the way I see me playing a role in this situation would be within the social aspect. I would collaborate with social services, or maybe refer them to social services for any further community assistance program that they probably know about, that maybe I heard about them, but don't have that much information. I would definitely refer them to social services so they can get the help that they need. The political aspect of this issues. Um, as a nurse, I have the right to advocate for my patient, and if they are my patient, or if I work in the community and I see them struggling, um, I could advocate by um, either talking to or sending letters or emails to um, our Congress representative or the House representative in the government, to ask them to help found or create new programs for people that are homeless and the need of help and support. Economic again, if it goes back to social services, if there are programs in the community or there are community services that these people could do to help them learn a new job or even get trained, for them to get a job and help them be independent, I would definitely help in that area. Or if I have to run a program or do a project that will help fund organizations like Milagros House, to provide more help or more support for this population, I would definitely do that. Culture, culture issues. There are a lot of people that are homeless. It's not just one. It does not affect just one culture or one race. There's a lot of different people from different cultural background that are homeless, and of course the needs are different. So I would definitely focus on whatever culture or whatever need that culture has. Um, One, for example, if they're Hispanic and they don't speak the language, that's something that as a nurse or a community nurse, I could work on getting, maybe even teaching them some basic English and help them um, with filling out applications for jobs, or helping them or their children with schoolwork, volunteer my hours for that. I would definitely help by um, going to school and talking to college students or even high school students um, who speak the language, who speak both English and Spanish, and ask them to help these type of people whenever they can volunteer and help translate for them, or if they have a paper again, or an application that they need help filling out, maybe they can volunteer some hours and come over and help them with that. Project design. Um, I had to do background checks and children clearance before I even stepped foot into Milagros house. Volunteer application was followed by that. I had to fill out an application. Then I was interviewed by the social worker and the person in charge at Milagros house. And then the final step was filling out the agreement of service learning project, and after that I was ready to start volunteering at Milagros house. Consideration for future services. It is very stressful being in a situation where you're homeless. For adults, it is very stressful. I can only imagine. Um, but for the kids, I think it's also very stressful. And of course, with permission from Milagros House staff and their parent and children's parent, I would definitely for the future service think either about baking brownies for them or bringing in some sweet for them, just to kind of bring them a treat. They do also go through a lot at a shelter. Number two, bringing in coloring book for activities. At Milagros House, they do have a lot of activities that they can do, but I don't think that the books are there to keep. So I was thinking just buying some stuff for them in the future, and so they can keep that, and they can take it with them when they leave, or just use it while they're there. Number three, calling the agency prior to volunteering visits. That's something important that I will keep in mind. It happened to me that I was scheduled for volunteering for child services, for child to provide child care, but when I arrived, the child wasn't there anymore. The mom moved out, so I just stayed there um, for a little bit of time and just waited for them to find something to do. I guess they forgot to call me and let me know, but whatever. I stay. I helped move a new parent to the room, so that was fine. Provide a brochure for parents about nutrition and well-being. Um, Again, being homeless is very tough on the adult and also the kid. So one thing that I always think that is important is taking care of yourself and mentally, and taking care of your kid. I feel that if as a parent you're not okay, then your kid is not okay. You won't be able to provide the appropriate care for that kid. Um, so bringing a brochure about stress relief techniques or meditation, things like that, I think that would be good for them in the future. Adjectives. Um, by the end of the learning, by the end of the service learning project, the learner will create a safe environment for children during weekly childcare session, and this was accomplished by um, taking care of the kids and making sure they were safe at all time. There was one that loved to jump off the steps, so I made sure that I was standing by the steps and help them or re- redirect them or guide them to another playing area and not to the steps. By the end of the service learning project, the learner will identify at least four causes which leads mother to become homeless. I did sit with a social worker, and some of the causes were abuse. Some of the mother just left their partner because of violence. Some mother became a mom too soon, and they couldn't support themselves and the kids, so now they're homeless. Other reasons, um, they lost their job. Other, they move in with a friend or so. They got into a problem. Now they're homeless because they can't, whatever job they had, they couldn't support. Other, because they couldn't finish their education, they can't find a better job to support themselves. So a lot had to do with money and jobs. By the end of the service learning project, the learner will help to develop a clean environment for families. Again, that day that the kid wasn't there, that I was supposed to babysit, I stayed and I helped clean the kitchen area, the living room, and the room for the new family coming in. By the end of the service learning, the learner project will teach and role model values to the children during childcare session. I did enjoy this, doing this with kids. I teach them, I taught them to use their, their please and thank you, and it was very fun teaching them all of that. And some of them, as soon as there was one kid that as soon as he saw me, I think we had a connection or something. He said thank you, and then he used his thank you a lot. So I think he remembered that word a lot. Impact on the given population, I think it was a positive impact. The parents, they were very, very thankful for the volunteers that were there. We took care of their kids while they went to school. And that helped them achieve their goals. And of course, the kids were kept safe. I personally impacted. I wrote here, yes, we can make a difference in one person at a time. I mean, I took care of either 2 or 3 kids at a time, and I know that was I was making a difference for that kid and that mom to just go to school and know that their kid was safe, empower them, educational, supportive. All of that affected me personally because I was there to help support them. I provided education to some of the kids. I helped them with our homework, our coloring. Empowered me knowing that I could make a difference, that I could be out there and help. I helped, just by doing that, I helped improve their life. Because keeping the kids safe gave the mom a peace of mind so they can focus on their school. Impact on other life in a positive way. That impacted me personally because I was there to help. Not only I was there to volunteer, but I was there, to help them and help their mom and help them really in a good way. So that really helped me and make me feel good about myself that I could help others. I again, there was a positive impact on the given population. Sorry, I went too fast. Professionally growth. Again, as a nurse, the opportunity to help this opportunity helped me see that people needs goes beyond medical needs. I was there, I was a nurse already, but I wasn't there just as a nurse. I was there as a person, as a helper. This project helped see that as a nurse, the community need my help in many ways. Collaboration and education are very important in helping others overcome their barrier and start their road to success and independence. Thank you for watching my presentation.